banger.
It's Knucklehead Comics Tuesday. It's fucking Tuesday. We got Lay in the building. We got Cap in the building. Cabs can't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit. On Lay.
My man, just chilling, brother, chilling.
What's up, Cap? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Is that and the father goes shamefully? That's my son. And the other guy goes shamefully. Orion goes, that's my father. Choose fear and hate to run your life. Something you can't do. That was wrong with me from the beginning. I was doing it that way. I was gonna go down that path. I worried.
You thought it was Grayson?
Sorry, got hurt with this. Like, not him. Not him.
Crack his brain for somebody, anybody that can help, and remembers. Freeze.
The media.
No,
Randall Savage.
Randall Savage. With his knowledge and all other shit and his capacity to learn.
Absolutely.
This is the only vegan I'll ever eat is grilled chicken wings, because that's like vegan to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the chicken wings are supposed to be fried, but you grill the chicken wings, you put it in some sauce, and give it some blue cheese.
Is vegan.
That's vegan. Like regular moo cow fuck milk. Put it in some Honey Nut Cheerios. Vegan, because Honey Nut Cheerios is good for your heart. You know what I'm saying? And I steal the question from Cabs.
I got it right.
I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal.
You're too late.
Wow.
I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like, yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right, and I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hype for this shit! Right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm bar, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb bar.
That is gonna take.
Yo. It is Tuesday night, and you know what that means. Today is the motherfucking day. It is Knucklehead Comics. We are back from our weekend at New York Comic-Con. I know Cat wanted to talk about this shit all week, but we, it was, the shit we saw was crazy. The stuff that, that we did was pretty cool. But, there's always some news. I don't know if you want to start off with the bad news first.
Yeah, let's start off with the news here.
All right,
So our weekly Blade Watch has a major update. And according to multiple sources, Blade has been indefinitely delayed, which means it is not happening. So Wesley Snipes proclaiming that there's only been one Blade and there's only ever going to be one Blade seems to be more and more the truth, as Marvel can't seem to tell a story about vampires and a dude who hunts them.
Because, it's very hard to...
But, hey, they can tell a story about a lawyer who twerks in her office and takes down the patriarchy. But you can't tell a story about a vampire hunter.
Yeah, but the lawyer didn't suck anybody's blood. It just, twerked. And hated men.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes, it is what it is with him. Time has got him. But he's still good. He still did all of his action as Blade. He'll still whoop everybody's ass here in this fucking room and in the chat. So
he is a legitimate black belt. He is a legitimate black belt. I would fight somebody on it. Like even though Time Max said that he would whoop Blade's ass. This was on the Breakfast Club years ago. But
Yeah. I saw The Last Dragon. I know that's your movie, but his moves are they don't look as smooth and as crisp as Wesley.
that's true.
Go back and watch it. Wesley Snipes did a short-lived television show called The Player, where he was a house dealer. So the whole thing was he ran a gambling site where you can gamble on a guy who had to do various tasks. And in one episode, they ran it to like a fucking Zodiac killer type motherfucker, like a serial killer. And at the end of the episode, it's the player and Wesley with the serial killer. And Wesley Snipes tells the dude, "Get out of here, I got this one," and proceeds to whoop his ass in the smoothest way I've seen him do in a while. So if you guys get a chance to look that up, that's what the fuck
That's what's up.
NXT Go Home show, yeah. It's also they're showing up at the ECW arena pretty soon as well.
Yeah, I think that's the NXT. Well, next week is that the November 6th is the NXT 23. So that's not next week, is the week after. Well, November 5th. Okay. Well, yeah. But
Yeah, so that's one there. The other big news. Good.
so I was gonna say the Blade shit. Is it Mahershala Ali just not accepting any of these scripts?
Somebody coming
Or nah, is it Mahershala Ali not accepting any of these scripts or what?
I think they just, from what I've read, it's just they can't get the story down. They can't get something that is functional that everybody likes. So instead of wasting however many years to try to get this developed, it's better to just shelve it and come back to do something else. Maybe they can pivot and they still have Mahershala Ali, and instead of doing his own movie, he shows up somewhere else, and then that will lead into his movie. Once somebody else cracks the code on how they want to do something.
That is kind of like ridiculous how my man can't make a fucking Blade movie. Like,
Yeah.
this is where fucking having a story that's cohesive with some of the other movies or like the shit that you want to tell could help. Because
Or
it's like, if you want to do this is like the first fucking phase one. They introduced all the heroes. None of them had stories that went with anything, but then they started going, okay, let's put this in there. Let's put that in there because we're gonna get to Thanos. Now they are some. Well, we just need to have a Blade movie. All right, what is that gonna accomplish? Nothing. He's gonna have his own movie. Pretty sure if they want to accomplish having the dude from Eternals in there, maybe showing like Mephisto, like someone else there. Like if he was a supernatural hunter instead of more of a fucking vampire hunter, like he developed from vampires to supernatural. Like I think that would be more of a way to go because the first script was you say your lines and then we fight the rest of the fucking way down the hallway. Is that was the first script, right?
no, the first script was legit. They were gonna move. They were gonna have female protagonists and like make Blade a side character in his own movie. And I think that's one of the first times we heard a report of Kevin Feige like, all right, nah, rewrite this shit. What are we doing?
Because not for nothing. I mean, If you wanted to have a female fucking movie, make a fucking female movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, Blade is the hero. Blade isn't the villain. You can have a Michael Myers movie with fucking women as the main character because Michael Myers always been the side guy. The movie's always been about who he goes after. You can't have the main guy, the side nigga. That don't make no sense.
Yeah. Now, here's the funny thing. And I'm gonna quote somebody here. There are what some have called historical documents in which you could just go, "Hey, I'm having trouble writing a movie. Cool. See this? Do this. But I want to put my own spin to it. Fine. Use this as a base. Here's your fucking movie. Add what you want to this."
100%.
I mean,
100
it
fucking
can't
percent.
be that fucking difficult. It can't be that difficult to write a Blade story when you got an idiot who sat here the last time we played D&D and I told the cohesive story and I made it up as we were fucking playing.
Yeah.
On the spot, I made the entire fucking thing up. And I'm an idiot. I can't write in a fucking movie. How can you not make something? It's baffling. You have so much fucking material to pull from. So much to draw inspiration from. Shit. A fucking video game company in France turned around and was like, "Yo, I love Blade. Blade was the first character I fucking can identify with." And guess what? They're making a Blade video game. They cracked the story on a fucking story.
Shit.
How about that? How about you go over to the video game and go, "Yo, what are you doing for the video game? Because we'll just do that live action."
Yeah. I don't. That's fucking stupid. That's fucking stupid. You can't make fucking shit happen. Like the funny thing is, fucking Marvel sits here and all they're doing is fucking us up. Because all the fans are sitting here like, damn, I'm trying to squeeze $1 or a dime and I ain't got a cent. But we fucking sure as hell gonna figure out a way to go watch these movies. And you can't even figure out a way to fucking make them. That sound fair to you? That don't sound fair to me. And we had and I was saying this shit earlier. It's like, what is it that the black male lead after Chadwick Boseman that they can't make a movie no more?
Yo, I don't know, but I'm just reading out the quote. This is from Kevin Feige talking about Blade. He said this earlier this year. It's like we're still committed to the movie, and we are so committed that we're not going to make it until it's right. You let, regardless of how Toad feels about the Marvels, you let the Marvels be made from beginning to end and in theaters. It's that much harder to do Blade?
I really want to know what the fucking issue is. I really want to know what the fucking issue is.
So, here you go. This is from earlier the year. It said still talking about it until we get it right. It goes, which has been frustrating for us and for some fans because it's taken a while. But we have a new writer working on it. We're working on it now. I've read half of his new draft and it's feeling good so far. Wesley's been great wrestling's the greatest. Mahershala Ali is the one who came in 5 years ago, and said, "I want to play Blade." So, so that is what this movie is about. That's what he said earlier this year. We're committed. We want to get it right. We got a new writer. I read some of it. It seems to be going in the right direction, and now it's off the table indefinitely, which means until further notice, but really means probably done.
You know something? You want to know something? They can take a storyline from the fucking Avengers Assemble cartoon. Dracula is trying to gain the power to daywalk because his one weakness is the sun. And everybody thinks that he's trying to take Blade's blood so he can manipulate it and walk the sun. But in reality, he's looking for the super soldier serum. Because in the cartoon, the super soldier serum was the one thing that made him impervious to the sun, and he was able to walk, outside in the daylight.
You know what's funny? Take the super soldier serum away. That's the plot of the first Blade movie with Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, I mean, but without Dracula though, it was.
Yeah, I mean, Deacon Frost is the stand-in for Dracula. But that was the whole thing. Get Blade's blood because he can walk in the sun and we can't.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know vampires were just light-skinned Puerto Ricans who can't walk in the sun without fucking burning.
Right? Shit. Or whatever the fuck you was doing with that sword, and Blade, fucking walked up to Jon Snow and said, "Are you sure about that?" Go on with that story. Go on with that one. Let's do that one. Can't give us an origin story because, God forbid, you fucking give us an origin story. Just go on with the fucking story you wanted to tell us when you canceled the movie The Eternals because you couldn't tell us about the hand in the fucking ocean. You know that part 2 of The Eternals would have fucking went on. They would have recorded part 2 of The Eternals if somebody would have mentioned that fucking hand in the ocean.
Yeah, I think they would have went on with part 2 of the Eternals if more than just you liked it.
Lay liked it.
All right, if more than just you and Lay liked the movie. Oh, let me plug this in for my laptop, guys. All right, should we move on to the next topic?
I'm pretty sure Cabs loved that movie.
Well, I mean, Cabs is our shill, right? He loves anything that's Marvel.
Word.
Because in YouTube spaces now, you either hate Marvel completely, or if you love Marvel in any sense, you're a shill.
Unless you love to hate it. Unless you love the men characters and hate the women characters.
Yeah, which is fucking mind-boggling because in Phase 1, in the Infinity Saga, everybody loves Black Widow. Everybody loves fucking
Gamora.
Yeah, Gamora, Nebula. The Dora Milaje were fucking awesome. Who else? We got the Wanda. Wanda's fucking great.
Captain Carter.
Yeah. Peggy Carter. Fucking awesome.
Shit, people even like fucking Quake from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, she was one of the best parts of that show. Yo-Yo was fucking good.
Yeah. You know who hated the women
Cavalry?
in? Yeah.
She was great.
You know who hated the women in Marvel?
That needed to be the transition you bring me in.
I'm a
Right.
segue master.
Ray, what did I tell you? Stop being shocked and just go with it. Say something even dumber.
I was going on. So, Ray,
Yo.
we filled everyone in with your favorite kind of news. Ray is ecstatic.
Yeah,
This
Blade is
news-
indefinitely
Blade, yeah.
delayed.
Hey, Wesley Snipes said it best. There's only been one Blade. There's only gonna be one Blade. But there you go.
Yeah.
So now they can work on a Punisher movie.
Well, that's some shit coming out of Comic-Con too. Not the Punisher movie, but it's related.
I was gonna say,
When we get to Comic-Con news.
Word.
Cool.
So, secondary story. A judge has upheld Gina Carano's lawsuit. So, September 29th, 2025, the trial will begin where Gina Carano is suing Disney for wrongful termination, which means we're going to hear exactly why Disney fired her and if they had good reason or not. Which means a whole bunch of shit is gonna be dragged into the light.
Yep. Because everyone's gonna start because of this and then this, and it's like, oh,
Because they can't turn around and be like, well, we fired her because she tweeted out once, fuck Trump. Or Trump was right. Because, that's illegal.
Well, here's the issue, right? There's the speculation that they fired her because of her whole vaccination stand and some of the other shit she said. But the problem with that is you had an entire movie where Letitia Wright was the lead and took over Black Panther, and she also didn't want to get fucking vaccinated and stood up against it. So there has to be, for Disney's sake, there has to be something more than she was just an anti-vaxxer.
Well, one thing's darker than the other. I mean, one thing doesn't look like the other. You know?
But we're gonna find out because I'm convinced that Disney used to be the place of everybody's childhood fucking memory. You grew up with Disney. We fed you shit that makes you happy, that brings you joy, that every time you look back on shit, you have fond memories of us. You love us forever. And then somewhere along the line, Disney went, hey, you know what we should do? All those memories we made with Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Goofy, fuck them. Hey, what does everybody love right now? Everybody's into Marvel Comics? Let's buy it.
No.
Fuck them. Hey, and Star Wars is the biggest thing on the planet? Let's buy it. Fuck it. And Disney is out to destroy the shit we all once fucking loved for some fucking reason. I don't know why.
Fuck them, that's why.
I was setting it up because I was gonna say yeah. There you go.
Dude, you gotta have those sounds on your soundboard, or you gotta come up with better cues for a toe.
I was muted, so I kind of there was no way to cue it. Kind of fucked up. Yeah.
Mr. Professional.
It's been a day. Oh shit.
Any other news before we get into oh, right. Did you watch any of the two? We're only doing two shows this today. Great.
Was that
Did you go to Comic-Con?
I did not. I was at events during. Yeah. So no.
That's why you're here, Ray. That's why you're here. To give you're the color commentator.
Yes. Even though I had to do both this weekend because I had to pull a Joey Styles at one point this weekend. So
Oh, you had to yell cat fight really weird?
no, I had to just do commentary alone at one point.
Oh.
No. But
I'll be right back. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Okay, so now that you stop plugging your own shit, right? Nah, but yeah, I don't think Disney's doing that. It's just the problem with starting and finishing are two different things. Because it's what we see all the time. You see a project, you start something, and it's like we want to do something different. We want to do something memorable. We want to make a name for ourselves. We want to do all this other stuff, and then people get complacent when they make money. They get they get to a point where they feel they're untouchable, and then they start making bad shit.
and I think that's been their situation of they kind of thought, oh, we did this, we did this, we did this. Now we can just do this. And it's like, no. Like, you've seen it with how they're doing certain Star Wars things, how they're doing certain Marvel things. That's just like, okay, yeah, y'all don't even care at this point.
Yeah.
It's a situation. Then we finally get something we like, and we're like, here we go, we're back. And then they do it again, and it's like, oh, yeah, y'all wanted to make a little more money, didn't? Like,
Yep.
Because you know that's gonna be the reaction if the next movie that they do isn't anywhere near as good as Deadpool and Wolverine. It's like, you tricked us. Even though it's like, come on, like,
No, yeah, it's true though.
it is what it is.
But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's like it's getting to the point where they feel they're untouchable, and they're now feeling the wrath of the people that go, no, we actually like good shit,
Yeah.
and they're going,
To go off of what you just said, they feel they're untouchable. Now they're feeling what it's like to be untouched.
yeah, pretty much, because can't you can't stay on top forever without changing your way.
Shit, even the Undertaker went from being a dead man to a motorcycle rider.
Yeah, I mean, because you can't just give us the bare minimum, right? Fast and the Furious started out as a bunch of people who drove cars and stole things, and stole, and an FBI agent trying to catch him. And the FBI agent fucking fell in love with the main dude and let him go. He was
point breaking.
Point break with cars, pretty much. Part 2, they needed that same cop to go drive in a in an interview, because after that, where they drove and the first person to get to the bad guy happened, they didn't really need to drive after that. And then
yeah, the car was kind of second nature at that point.
yeah,
Like,
and then part 3, we went back to driving. It was just a different type of driving, like Tokyo Drift and all that other shit. And then part 4, it was like, okay, now we're super spies. We're dealing with the Yakuza. We're dealing with fucking international spies. We're going into space. Dinosaurs are here. Fucking, The Rock came. All this other shit's happening. Now it's like, okay, cool. And people like those transitions in the super shit. And then they start saying, oh, beautiful. We can just cut out this part, put in that part, and just keep the movie. We got 2 hours and we put about 5 minutes of difference in the movie. And it's like, shit.
yeah,
Now all these movies are the same.
That's what it feels like after part 5. Part 4 was still good. Part 4 was like, oh, okay, we haven't seen a lot of these people in a while. Then part 5 was just like, well, this is now going to be the basis for the rest of these films.
Because after Shang-Chi, these movies started falling off. And then what did we have after Shang-Chi? We had Eternals, which that one I get, but it was something different. But it was a bad story. That it was. Let's show off these powers. Let's not give them too much of a story, and let's fucking at the end go Thanos had a brother. Then after that, it was what, Ant-Man?
Doctor Strange and a
Yeah,
multiverse
Doctor
of
Strange
madness.
Multiverse of Madness, which was also, let's make this them going after something that would kill Wanda. Then they can't get it, and then they find out that the little girl could kill Wanda, and the whole time nothing's gonna make sense because the book, the Darkhold, corrupts everyone who wields it, but Wanda is the Darkhold, so she wasn't corrupted by it.
Yeah.
She was corrupted by her own inhibition. Cool. They didn't say that. We had to figure that out.
Yeah, that was
Beautiful.
more of like you have to put 2 and 2 together in a sense in order
Yeah.
to know
And
where
then-
we're going with this.
Yeah, and then Quantumania. Right?
Well, Thor: Love and
Oh,
Thunder.
that was just stupid. That one
We're
was
skipping.
we know part 1, we know part 2 sucked. Part 3 was okay. This one is gonna fuck everything up. Because now we're gonna tell you the relationship they had with Foster. We're gonna tell you how much of a piece of shit Thor was. Also, by the way, that moment he had with his mom, guess what? Don't mean shit. Everybody that lost your fucking parent and wish you had that extra moment so you could fucking say what you need to say and have your closure, fuck you. And then, oh, let's take the one thing that's good from the fucking comic. Planet Hulk. Oh, we're gonna have Planet Hulk? No, it's gonna be called Planet Thor. So he's gonna take over the planet? No, he's just gonna fight the Hulk in a fucking match and leave. And then let's take another thing from the comics. Molière is trying to save fucking Foster by killing her. And she makes this decision, my life is boring. Even though I'm a fucking scientist that helped out S.H.I.E.L.D., that helped out figuring out how the fucking Mind Stone worked, that helped out locating this shit, that they that made their own shit to study the fucking multiverse, all this other shit, but my life is boring, so I gotta be Thor and kill myself so I can fight with this motherfucker. And then they go, oh, the God Butcher's blade. The best part of that movie was fucking Christian Bale. So let's not show Christian Bale. Okay, so Zeus, we got Zeus, the world's strongest, the god of gods, Mount Olympus. They can't find us here. It's okay, we're safe. What? This fat piece of shit, he's just gonna sit here like a pussy and then go, all right, they killed the guy that could kill us. Now go fuck up the humans because they don't believe in us no more. It ain't the humans that did that shit to you. Why ain't you send Hercules to go fuck up the God Butcher?
Because that would make too much sense, no?
Yeah, and then Marvel goes, you know something? We're gonna make it up to you guys. We're gonna fire Waka Waka Kiki. We let him do all this bullshit to fuck everything up, but we're gonna fire Waka Kiki. And also, not only that, are we gonna fucking show you that the Guardians of the Galaxy is stupid? But then they go, you know what? We can't. They can't be stupid. We gotta actually have a story in this one. What's the story? Rocket Raccoon. The most heartbreaking, the most heartbreaking story in all of history of Marvel. Rocket Raccoon. That one was good. You can't fuck with that. But like Cap always said, that already had a lineage. Look at the doggy over here. Like, yo. He's like, yo, this is my spot over here. What's going on? I was talking about Rocket Raccoon. That's my boy. but yeah, and then you watch the Marvels, and the Marvels is like Kamala Khan came from a TV show that was pretty good, but it was more family oriented nostalgia, right? So that's why we liked it. Other people that don't get this same nostalgia for the family, they didn't like the TV show. What's her name? Spectrum.
I think she's Files. Verizon
Yeah.
Files.
Well, anyway, she's in it. She's from the Wanda show, and Miss Marvel comes in, which I think it was enjoyable, mostly because of the family. But then Cap goes, "That's not how fucking Samuel Jackson character is. When the fuck he started acting like this?" And also that came out after a TV show that said that the fucking the shapeshifters are trying to take over the fucking planet because they're tired of us lying to them. So what do? We destroy the planet that they lived on, that millions of the other fucking Skrull didn't know about. So you see what I'm saying here? There's a lot of WWE writing going on.
Yeah. The best way to put it. Yeah.
There's a lot of shit going on that if you really watch and you try to put it like, okay, as movies, they're watchable, they're digestible. But if you were telling me a story, guess what, player? You're reading a sentence from each book. You're not even reading a page. You're reading a sentence from each book. And none of these books have to do with anything. And then you want to throw everything together.
Just feels like little bits and pieces of
because
this. They did the opposite of the John Berthal story when he said how he studied for the Punisher.
Yeah.
This guy's like, nope, you need this.
Yeah.
Don't fuck it up.
Word. And the story was supposed to be about Kang. Kang was the big bad. They were gonna go into a Marvel movie about Kang, right? And the only thing that they ever said about Kang was Ant-Man, who we don't know if he saved the world or he destroyed it, because the guy said you don't want to see what's happening if I'm not free. And Loki, which Loki turned into the Tree of Life pretty much. So now, what happens now? We just erased Kang, and now Doctor Doom comes out. No one's mentioning Doctor Doom, or no one mentioned anything like that. So we have to watch the Fantastic Four.
Yep.
To see what's happening with that, and that's in a different universe. So now it's even more confusing, because if people watch that, it's like, yo, when the fuck did, like, what happened to this guy or that guy? Oh, this is a different universe. Like, I get the whole this is a different universe shit, but there should have been more exposure to different universes.
Yeah, they should have somehow.
Than to just that, because they had the perfect thing with Multiverse of Madness when she was talking about the different universes, or when they're going through the different universes. Why wouldn't you fucking go through a fucking futuristic 60s universe and see something related to the Fantastic Four? Doesn't have to be them. Maybe something related to that. They're flying ship. They're building a bad guy. Something. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be like, oh shit, this one, they have the Fantastic Four. We see the guy that everybody wanted to play Mr. Fantastic, but he's dead. And he proves that he's not smart enough to be Mr. Fantastic. You know what I'm saying? Like, they give us just enough to remind us, fuck you anyway.
Fuck them, that's why.
Basically, because that's what they did with all that.
But yeah, now it's a bunch of scrambling to keep moving forward. And like I said, there's no, anybody can take my words and interpret them in the way they want, but I'm not denying that I'm a fucking rider and you don't want to fuck with me. Nah, but that I'm still gonna go watch these movies.
Yeah.
Still gonna watch these movies, and I don't know what it's gonna take for me to stop watching them, but it's gonna be a time where I'm gonna sit here and go, "When's the next Marvel movie? What's going on, Janelle?" And Cap's gonna be like, "Oh, there ain't gonna be another Marvel movie because no one watches. It tanked."
Well,
speaking of movies,
I was gonna say I'm gonna go see Venom. Even though that yeah,
that's
Venom,
probably what Marvel got to do. Marvel got to say symbiote. I'm out.
Yeah, that's how they said, because it's like, oh yeah, Venom would no longer be. It's like, yeah, but there's a bunch of fucking. You could just do that, but
yes. So Terrifier 3 has officially became the highest grossing unrated movie in the world, I think, with $36 million, beating out Beyonce's concert at $33 million previously. It is projected to make $50 to $60 million.
Take that, Beyonce.
Yo, that was a $2 million budget, right?
Yeah, 2 to 5.
Let's
somewhere
say
around.
$2 million. What is that? That's what 30 times more than
Yeah.
they profited 30 times more than what they spent. That's crazy.
Now, the bigger question is, which was the scary movie? Terrifier 3 or the Beyonce concert?
The Beyonce concert, there was a bunch of people having heart attacks. Like, what? Why isn't she singing good music? And why is she?
Oh Jesus.
What happened to her butt? Soul fires. Nah.
Hey, I
Yeah.
thought we were laughing the whole time with Terrifier, so I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I was laughing also.
I was laughing my ass off, especially during the fucking Steamboat Willie trailer before the movie. That shit had me dying.
Yo, I saw
Yo,
that and I was
that's
like, you have me out
dumb
of
as
fucking
shit.
mind. There's no way this is.
I was like, oh man, they really did it. Like the fact that they're going through with these movies of Steamboat Willie and the Winnie the Pooh fucking series,
Marvel.
I'm like,
Marvel. Motherfuckers wrote a Steamboat Willie horror movie. You can't write Blade.
Think about that. Think about what
someone's
you
gonna
just
make a
did.
Booster Gold movie.
What did you do, Ray?
Before Blade gets to hit the theaters again, we're gonna see a Booster Gold movie. That's it.
Shit.
We're seeing
But people are
everybody.
mad at the person who's supposed to be Booster Gold, and my boy's mad at it, right? Because he's like, oh, this dude isn't white. But I'm sitting there going, not for nothing, this is the perfect fucking guy for Booster Gold.
Yeah.
At this point,
Booster
skin
Gold,
shouldn't matter.
more than being white, Booster Gold is just full of
Yeah.
shit.
Like, not for nothing. We do know that they were drawn on paper so long ago. Everybody was white. When you get someone that can portray the character better than anyone else, I don't care what color he is. I don't care what ethnicity is, unless it's fucking like Magneto, where it's predicated on him being Jewish. You know what I'm saying? And Black Panther, where it's predicated on him being African. You know, like, these are some things we cannot get away from. But Booster Gold is just some dude that took technology from the future and came back from the past and tried to be a hero.
Yeah.
there's no this needs to be white going on here. You know what I'm saying? But all right, on other news, because this is still the news segment.
Oh,
Real quick, Predator.
Mm.
Apparently they're replacing Blade with Predator for now. And the title's, in quotations, Predator Badlands, is officially set to release
Okay.
in theaters November 7th, 2025, and will be set in the near future. Which I kind of agree with Lay. Lay wanted this to be like a samurai versus Predator, like Viking. I kind of like the old school Predator versus the Native Americans.
yeah,
Yeah.
Prey was
Prey
fucking
was amazing.
awesome.
Praise. They need to, need to keep going with that.
Daniel Craig just popped up in our group chat, says your model is fucked. Daniel Craig to Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandos. Daniel Craig reportedly told Netflix CEO Ted Sarandos that Glass Onion should receive a comprehensive theatrical release, pointing to the extremely positive reaction to Toronto International Film Festival as proof. When Saunders said it wasn't Netflix model to do that, Craig replied, your model is fucked. So there you go. Netflix said, we don't make good movies that go into the theaters. And Daniel Craig said, you're stupid.
I mean, Glass Onion was not that
Yeah.
bad.
Also, news that he's gonna say.
I was just gonna say that's the type of movie Ryan Johnson should make. And stay away from our fucking
Word. Also, yeah. So
Star Wars.
also in the news, it has been well, I don't know if it's been confirmed, but there are speculations that the reason why Samantha Irving has left the WWE is because she wanted to pursue her singing career and other outside projects that the WWE couldn't come to terms with her doing. So she said, "Fuck it, I'm out," and she said, "I'm gonna do this shit while I still can." She's been thinking about doing this for over a year now.
She wanted to be all elite.
Hey, and
On the record.
the thing is, it's one of those situations where it's not hard to believe. Especially, it's perfect with this podcast because it's one of those where We've seen how they've stopped certain roles in comic book movies.
Yeah.
That they've
But
done.
that was for the better.
Yeah, but
I didn't need that fucking Marvel comic.
I don't know. I don't know if Damian Priest could have played.
Oh no,
more the
I was
way
talking
this
about the
movie
real
was.
favorite. I was talking about Seth Rollins not being in Brave New World.
Which we still don't know if he is or
I
isn't.
can't wait for him to be in it, just for Toe to be like, this motherfucker.
Yo, if he's in it, then
I
he
can't
needs
wait
to.
for him to have more screen time than Sam
If
If he's
Wilson.
in it, then he needs to beat up Bucky or someone with a super soldier serum, and he needs to kill him with his bare hands as a human, so that way he can portray the real Seth Rollins.
He ain't doing the job, brother. He can't be like Chris Jericho. Because
Go
Jericho did the job in fucking Terrifier.
Speaking of Chris Jericho,
Oh shit!
that's the perfect segue to the next news.
Really?
Yes, because Henry Cavill has a tentative offer to play Captain Britain, but hasn't committed yet. Marvel also wants him to be the Wolverine variant in Secret Wars. So that's something.
Yo, they've been saying that they want him to play Captain Britain for a long
Great.
time.
It's a segue because Jericho is Canadian.
Yeah.
Canadians are not Americans.
Okay.
Britons, people from Britain, are not Americans either. And he's a captain.
But weirdly enough, Americans started out as people
See?
from Britain.
And he's a captain. Makes sense.
I was
Daredevil-
like, how the fuck is that a good segue? Okay, yeah, sure. We're just gonna
Listen,
go.
man, anything works. Daredevil Born Again is officially released, set to release March 4th,
Yeah,
2025.
before we get to that, because there was I'm lumping that in with the Comic Con shit.
Take that back for later.
Here goes
Yeah.
a threat from the Sony producers and Sony Television. Kelly Marcel confirms Venom: The Last Dance is the last Venom film, but this is the threat here. Saquon, fuck you too, brother. This is the threat, and this is towards Saquon. This is the last Venom movie, but there are a lot of symbiotes stories in the universe.
That's what I said. It's like, yeah, this is the last
So
time we see
they're coming for you, Taquan,
Venom. Like,
because
come
you're
on.
the only asshole in the theater watching Venom.
But I'd go see it. That's fucked
And
up.
Ray.
I gotta be
Wait.
an asshole if I want to go see this movie.
No, you want to be an asshole because I said Taquan's the only asshole watching it.
Oh, okay.
You want to be an asshole, you could be an asshole. Now you're just being a dick. Nah, but
Which one is it, Ray? Are you a dick or you're an asshole?
because they got to go together and you can't be both.
I'm gonna plead the fifth and just move on to the next topic. Segue, please.
Yes.
All right. Next topic. Cynthia Erivo. I believe that's the young lady who's playing the Wicked Witch in the Wicked
Yeah.
movie.
Okay.
For some
Mhm.
reason, went crazy and blew up all over Twitter because the poster they had for the movie shows her face and with the Glenda the Good Witch whispering in her ear, similar to the poster of Broadway. A fan just took that image and made it resemble the poster from Broadway. And she went on a whole fucking rant about how you're trying to quiet me as a person, you take away my eyes, you take away me, and a whole bunch of fucking shit about how they're trying to erase her because a fan just went, hey, the poster from Broadway conveys more of the story and looks better than the poster they gave us.
Which is a cool poster. Like if you look at the Broadway poster of it looks cool. Like it's a nice design. But I guess someone didn't have enough coffee, I guess, before she decided to go on X.
So this is the Broadway poster, which this conveys she looks wicked.
Yeah.
Right? She's being told the story and she has that fucking smirk. Like exactly what the fuck you want it to be. This is the movie poster. She looks bored.
She looks almost like disgusted.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, why'd you tell me
Yeah.
that, brother? Ooh.
So I'm gonna try to. So this is what the fan did, and I don't give a fuck. Yeah. This is what the fan did.
So
Look how much better that poster is.
oh, her eyes are gone.
And she went on a whole fucking thing. Look, this is her fucking
Yeah, I
diatribe.
just looked at it. You want to read it? Or?
When I mean, let's see. So this is.
You want me to read it? Or? I got it on my computer.
This is
I
the
can see it better.
part of the shit is
All right,
covered
so-
for me. That's why I'm trying to
All
go
right, it
through.
goes. This is the wildest, most offensive thing I have seen. Equal to that awful AI of us fighting. Equal to people posing the question, "Is your blank green?" None of this is funny. None of this is cute. It degrades me. It degrades us. The original poster is an illustration. I'm a real life human being who choose to look right down the barrel of the camera to you, the viewer, because without words we communicate with our eyes. Our poster is a homage not to and I'm having a
Where you looking
fucking
at?
brain. I'm just seeing intimidation.
Not an
Imitation, not an
you said
imitation.
intimidation.
Dude, you
Yeah.
ever looked at something and your brain shut off?
It's like, and it's a word you commonly use, and it's
Yeah.
always like,
I was like,
yo,
intimidation, and my brain said final answer, bro.
imagine
Yo, you know what's funny? As being somebody who's dyslexic and has other issues, when you said intimidation, I looked here and I can't, even though I see what it says,
Imitation.
my brain won't
Yeah.
say anything else but what you
Yeah,
just
not
said.
an imitation to edit my face and hide my eyes is to ease me. It's to erase me. And that is just deeply hurtful. And yo, listen.
Yo,
Here's the thing.
you chose. Hold on, because this is something that
Go ahead.
this is something that makes no sense to me. You chose to look down the camera. Again, what is this conveying? What is this conveying? When you have, I'm gonna look up the other one. Look at just the
That
smirk.
looks like a smirk now.
yeah.
Just
Like
the
the eyes
smirk.
make it.
Conveys so much more emotion and evokes so much more fucking thought. And
Can I ask?
what is it erasing? They didn't erase you.
And can I ask a question? Is she playing the Wicked Witch or is she playing Cynthia Erivo? Because I can understand if this was a documentary of her
Yeah.
doing this movie. Okay, but like you just it's one post.
I don't get that.
Like the shit about her blank being green and all that. That's stupidity.
Yeah,
But
that
just that poster, like you're erasing me. If they would have made the entire thing a silhouette of her, and you don't see anything, I get it. But I don't know if this is Ariana Grande or someone else goes. Maybe I'm gonna sound mean, but Cynthia needs to chill out because it's not that serious. Memes always have existed. That's one of the. But not for nothing. It's one poster. The entire movie, you see her fucking face. You see her story. She's
Dude,
telling the
but
story of the Wicked Witch. Like, to be honest with you, would you saying that you're erasing the Wicked Witch? You're erasing the character you're portraying. Is that not what's happening also? Because you're trying to say that you are bigger than the person you're playing because they took away your eyes.
also the whole play, the whole existence of what Wicked has been, like that's been a thing, and it's media that's been used countless times.
yeah, and again, this is a fan-made post. One fan who is a fan. He did not make, or he or she, whoever this was, did not make this in malice. You know how I know they didn't make this in malice? Because there's no words or representation of that poster with other shit going. I can't believe the Wicked Witch is black. I can't believe blah blah blah. It's just the fucking poster. There's no other thing about it that comes with negativity. The only negativity is what the actress put on it.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, I'm surprised this isn't more about her being African American than it. Because I'm surprised people like, how come there isn't a white girl playing fucking.
But the movie has been generally fucking held in good
Yeah,
terms. There hasn't been anything other than this. There hasn't been anything bad about this movie being said.
See, I'm gonna say this again, and I'm gonna say this as many times as I need to say it. How old is she?
I have no idea.
She's 37.
Yeah, well, you
She's older than me.
I thought you said
37.
27.
So I'm just gonna assume that she just adapts with the time and forgets who we were as kids. Because you do that, you take offense to it, and you go, okay, watch the fucking movie. Because that's where you're gonna see my true talent. You know what I'm saying?
But my thing is, again, it feels like it's getting offended for what? It's a fan-made art where it's interpreting a poster that's already out there.
And it looks fucking
Yo,
cool.
you know,
like it doesn't look horrible.
Oh.
They didn't do anything that.
It's crazy because I'm looking at her Google.
Yeah.
She's in Wicked Part 2. That comes out in 2025. You worried?
They're already making
Yeah,
a sequel.
and you're worried about a fucking photo, a poster that a fan made?
Yo, I'm gonna
the
say
ending
this,
of this one
man.
because she'll be back.
Right?
I mean, the ruin the ending of this movie. The Wicked Witch is in the
Can
fucking.
you just let me make the joke, Cap? No, just
No.
Well, technically, this is the origin story of the Wizard of Oz. She had no choice
Yo,
but
I'm
to
gonna
be
say
back.
this.
I know, but I just wanted to make the joke.
Fucking. No, right. You show up late. You show up unprepared. No jokes for you.
I'm sorry, I had an interview.
Nah, the interview was good. I saw part of it.
Thank you.
That was good. But anyway, I'm gonna say this, and for the first time ever, come at me. I don't give a shit. I'm not even on social media for you to get at me. But if you can find me, fucking come at me. I'm sick and tired of all this fucking. Every fucking step somebody takes, it's outrageous. Every fucking step. The poster made you look 10 times cooler. Fuck your outrage. They used iconography from the fucking play that has been around long before you decided to try to audition for this movie.
And not for,
They didn't do something that has never been done before.
yeah.
They just turned around and went, hey, what if this poster looked like
You know-
that
you know what's-
poster? This is what it would
you know what's
look
funny?
like. So I'm sorry. You feel offended? You feel erased? Whatever. Who the fuck cares? This is fucking bullshit now. I'm getting fucking tired of this shit. Because for that, let's fucking cancel the movie. Cancel the fucking movie. Cancel Snow White. Marvel can't do Blade. Cancel all the fucking Marvel shows. Let's have nobody do nothing because you can't do anything without somebody being fucking offended for no goddamn reason. Fake fucking outrage. Fake fucking fans being blasted for no reason. This is all fucking ridiculous now.
And he can. No, it is true. It's true because I honestly thought when the way you was talking about the posters, a fan made a post. I thought it was.
First off, I did not say that.
But
shit.
he could if he wanted to.
Get that.
So when you was talking about the poster, I instantly thought there was somebody made a derogatory poster about her. And that was like, oh, okay, that's a reason for outrage. But like you said, why don't we just they should, you know what? If that's the case, then we shouldn't have the fans show it because the one guy fucked up by being a fan and going, "Oh, how cool would this be if it looked like the play from the Broadway show?" Nope, because that means fuck the minorities. It means you're taking away her livelihood. She's no longer getting paid for this movie. She's not credited for this movie because you just added a little shadow underneath the hat. Adding a shadow underneath the hat. Now, if they made her skin not green and black, but her lips were still red, that's
Yeah, they did something where again,
that's
if you
blackface.
see
That's
the
something
malicious- yeah.
that's disrespectful.
Yeah, but this again, this wasn't done in a malicious way. This was legit trying to make the homage
And
to the source material.
and also, if it was done in a malicious way, you missed.
Very bad.
Yeah, yeah, you missed.
Made it look cool. Like that.
Ready, fire, aim. Because the both of y'all, because if it was supposed to be insulting, I don't know how that's insulting. And two, you were insulted by a compliment.
Yeah.
Because
I'ma tell
real quick,
anybody-
Cap, because not for nothing, that should be a compliment because he's accepted this movie. Oh, this person accepted the movie and said, "Oh, hopefully it's just as good as the play. Why don't we do it as the play?" Because I saw the play and the play is phenomenal. And if the movie's anywhere near as good as the fucking play, then that should be a compliment. So go ahead, Cap.
I was just gonna say, if anybody who is going to watch this movie shows up wearing this shirt or a shirt
You're
like
racist.
this, doom on you. You just erased one member of the fucking cast because you decided that you wanted to show pride. You erased one of the fucking cast members. So go ahead, wear shirts like that to show that you're into the movie. Fucking idiots. Like, come on. This is what we're doing?
Oh man. So are any of y'all watching Wicked?
To be honest with you, I don't want to see that shit now. Why?
I wasn't gonna watch it anyway, but that's not my style of movie.
Like I would have. I watched it on Disney Plus, but I wouldn't want to watch this shit now. Not in the theater because they silenced her, and I'm not gonna support that. I'm not gonna support someone silencing her, showing his creative, artistic, thing as a fan. That's literally. Imagine you drew fucking Rey Mysterio, and he goes, "Where are the question marks? Who is this? You ripped apart everything about me." It's like, yo, that's more crushing to you than it is to him. It's like, bro, this is my interpretation of this based off of you.
But you know what's funny? It's still Cynthia Erivo. You still know who that is in the poster.
Yeah.
And before,
And
I know, I know that I just said come at me, and feel free to. I don't give a shit. But I just want to say, because somebody's gonna look at this if this gets out anywhere, somebody's gonna look at this and go, "How dare this have anything to say about erasing and blah blah blah?"
and he
blah,
has the right
blah.
to say it.
But just remember, yo soy Boricua.
Beat.
And there were no fucking Boricuas in West Side Story in the original.
Beach.
Just remember, Carlito's Way, not played by a fucking Puerto Rican.
Still a good movie, but beach.
So don't tell
Fucking
me that I don't know
Scarface.
nothing about people being fucking not represented or whatever. the
Also,
fuck
you want to talk
say.
about people not being representative? John Leguizamo, he said this shit earlier. He was saying that the Hispanics has fought in every single war America was a part of. During the Revolutionary War, one of the wars, actually Hispanic people was Mexico and 2 other Hispanic countries donated, I think, $2 million in the fight for America, and they're non-credited. None of the Hispanics have any credit being in most of those wars. So listen, it's because they edited your poster, which I'm looking at somebody look at the edit of the poster. They also edited Ariana Grande. They took her hand from being down here to up here. So now they completely blocked her face. And I'm surprised Ariana Grande isn't like, oh shit, I'm not a part of this movie either. But
Bueno.
listen, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if they see this or not. We're right, wrong. And
Yeah, at the end of the day, fuck all this bullshit. If you're a fan of the play and you want to see this movie, go see this movie. Go support, excuse me, go support the work of everybody else that was involved in making this shit. If you were a fan of it. Nothing I've said has been to convince anybody to not see this movie. Fucking go watch it. I'm just tired of the fucking fake outrage. Or fake outrage or this outrage period over fucking bullshit.
yeah,
When you know what you could have done? Not said a fucking thing about it.
Facts.
and you know how many people she made rich because of that?
Cause you know, son, if nothing was said about it, I would have never even seen that fucking
Yeah.
poster.
No, I'm saying that she made a lot of people rich because you look it up and there's a bunch of fucking videos of them talking about this shit, and they got hundreds of thousands of fucking views and all this other shit because everybody wanted to know why she's complaining. And now people just made money off of you throwing a hissy fit about nothing.
Except us.
This
Yeah.
got a bunch of eyes. Again,
We ain't
amazing
there yet.
work done. Like,
Yeah.
and again,
But-
the person probably did it just to make a nice homage, and now you just showed his creativity
Yeah.
because now it's like they're never gonna
And
want to make
that
art
has
again.
to be that has to be the case because from the poster side of it, there has been nothing but just that poster. No mention of anything else.
Yeah.
It's not like the fucking KKK made the poster. Just some random person.
All right, so segue into the random reviews of 2 of Ray's favorite TV shows. Agatha All Along and HBO Max The Penguin.
Or as I like to call it, La Penguin.
Yes. The Penguin Royale with cheese, as the French call them.
That's what they call
Yeah.
it in France.
Going to those reviews, non-spoiler Ray. This
It's been spoiled for the most part.
Yeah.
Like, opening TikTok.
the Agatha All Along show.
Can I actually start this?
Yeah.
Agatha All Alone. I actually like this episode. I actually thought this episode was probably one of the better ones because it actually gave some context and it actually gave something that I think is kind of unique on how we got to the character we got to. And again, I don't want to say much.
Again, it was spoiled, or at least I saw the image of the character. So
I mean, they had the image of the character on Disney.
well, I haven't opened Disney Plus, but yeah, I saw.
All right. So we finally got to how we got Billy Maximoff, Wiccan. And I think that was I think the way they did it was actually pretty cool. How this body is not actually Billy.
Ah, that makes sense.
But Billy's essence was transported into this body once this body died. Because his death coincided with the weird shit that happened with the Hex.
Oh. Okay.
And remember, we heard the kids cry out for Wanda. So you know, who knows what kind of weird, it's chaotic magic, it's chaos magic. So I think that was cool to see him sit there and struggle a little bit with who he was, not really knowing who he was, but who he is now, and trying to weasel his way in onto the road to find his brother Tommy, and dealing with Agatha. I think that all was pretty cool.
And the little twist that they had before the reveal was, is this Agatha's son? Was actually pretty cool also. But I don't know. I get this shit, but so we're doing paint by numbers. Every Disney Plus show that they do for Marvel does we hit the point where everybody wants to see now, and we go back in time and we have to tell you this. And
my favorite part, because it's just like,
yeah, because now you killed the momentum here, because we left off on some, this is a badass motherfucker. Now he has to learn who he is, and we see what the other witches do, and this, and it's like, oh. Is anybody hungry? Yeah. No, we're all fuller episode. Okay, shit.
This show cannot prove how different me and you are any better than every episode. I hate you, like, it's pretty good. I finally like one, you're like, this shit sucks.
And I'm just here like, I should probably watch these episodes.
Yeah,
you
should. But
yeah, I mean, we only pay you for commentary, so
what he's going through.
Gotta take control, man.
But listen, do I enjoy the episode? Yeah, like, you know, there's things that's happened here and there and all that, but I still honestly believe that this could have been fucking flashback. This could have been fucking, as soon as Agatha realized who this kid was, they could have just shown a memory flashback. You know what I'm saying? Because Agatha could have been like, yo, I know you want the power. I know you're just like, I know you want the power, blah, 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 blah. And then he goes, I'm not here for the fucking power. And like shoves the image into her fucking brain of him looking for his brother. Something like that. That'd have been cool. But if we get this one, it's like, all right. And it's not even about, because most of it is him, you know, not knowing who he was.
Yeah.
And then he had to figure out who he was, and you hear him reading the minds of people, and then he's with his boyfriend, and he pretty much leaves his boyfriend right when we're introduced to him. Like, not breaks up with him, but he was with his boyfriend, and then he's like, I'll be back. And then now it's like, all right, so where's the boyfriend? You know, it's like, there's no text message for this. But then what happened to the other characters? I kind of like the other characters, and you essentially killed them for no reason.
Well, if one that got out, they can get out too.
Well, I meant the protector.
Oh, yeah, the Asian chick.
Her, like, you killed her for no reason, and then
a lot of people were mad about that.
Yeah, and I'm sitting like, this is what I was talking about with the Marvel movies. We have a bunch of shit happening, but not enough story to tell it, because they had enough foresight to go, your mother was a famous rock star. You had the world's most fucking famous song, and it was the song you need to sing to get to the road of the witch's road.
Okay.
But then they go, but she altered it. And it's like, oh, this song isn't the song you sing for the witch's road. This is your mother's song to make everybody a part of her covenant to protect you, her daughter. That's cool. Kat made mention to that last week or 2 weeks ago. Right? It was 2 weeks ago, right? Yeah, 2 weeks ago he made mention. It was cool. That was a nice little fucking Easter egg that everybody found out.
That was my 5 minutes.
Yeah. But then they go, oh, what about the rest of the story?
Fuck them, that's why.
You know?
That's how you get the little tease, and then
Yeah, and then to be honest with you, we know why he wants to get to the end of the road. I think they should have been at the end of the road already. And let's see what happens after that. Let's see what happens when you get what you wanted. Because now, like Cap says, this is all fluff for fluffle, lollygagging, pandering. Is that what you said?
Meandering.
What? Meandering. Now they're just bullshitting. They're meandering. You know what I'm saying? So because like I said, if they would have kept the story, I don't care that it's Wanda's son, but if they'd have kept it going, and you would have seen shit like that, and then there would have been more witches there, his powers, her powers, this, that, and the third, and they came to something just like I hate that fucking. Let's go back in time and tell you what happened.
Yeah,
you could have told us that from the beginning.
Yeah.
And part of the show that Cap didn't like was when they redid the interrogation scene and everything was in the living room.
Yo, so I was just about to say that every show I say I don't like, but there's 5 minutes I do. This episode I do like, but there's 5 minutes I don't. And it's Agatha. I forget the lady's name who plays her, but just her acting as that cop is just so fucking bad.
That's what I was worried with the first. That it's like, oh, if it's gonna be like this,
dude, it's worse than this scene. It's worse than when they did it again. And I was like, oh. And Catherine Hahn, there you go. And Catherine Hahn is normally pretty good. She's normally pretty good in everything else she's done. She was good as Agatha and WandaVision. Like, I had no complaints. But that character, that fucking like Midwest or mid Chicago, fucking North Dakota Fargo shit, she just couldn't pull it off, and that was a little draining. But the rest of the episode, I liked. I would recommend that a certain somebody in here watches at least that
a couple of times.
I gotta give it a watch eventually.
Yeah, because I kind of want to see the story that they're trying to tell. Because I know it's a one-off, but like we said before, you can introduce shit. You can introduce magic. Like everybody wants fucking I'm keep gonna say Dormammu, but it's Mephisto. Everybody wants him. They mentioned him, so now he exists.
You know where he finally showed up? Fortnite.
Yeah, he's in Fortnite.
That's where you finally get Mephisto.
But here's the thing, Ray. The thing. Why not lead this into the next Doctor Strange shit where there's a fucking incursion?
Yeah.
Because maybe.
Well, they always could. You never know what they're gonna do at the end of this.
So. Tommy could be the reason. That's his brother's name. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Maybe. You know, something. Just something to fucking to bring the next phase on. Maybe maybe Agatha retires and a couple brings them their kid and goes, "Can you watch this for us? Because the life we're living is dangerous." And it's a fucking Fantastic Four. Something.
Shit, you bring Reed or Franklin Richards to this Agatha, you're stupid.
You act like they haven't done stupid shit before. Stupid is as stupid does, Lieutenant Dame. Shit. But yeah, now Penguin. And Ray, you need to watch it.
Dude, I'm more disappointed that you're not watching The Penguin. This is one of the best shows I've seen, period.
Yeah.
Last episode was probably my favorite episode. And this episode was just as good, slightly under, but still just as good.
Yeah, I doubt that too. No, but yeah. And go ahead, Ray. Why isn't Ray watching anything?
I've been busy. Sorry.
You heard it here first. He's been getting busy.
So the true answer is
Fuck them, that's why.
Basically.
Yeah, and all the women he has. That's
get the fuck off the show.
Okay. Peace, everybody.
nah. We need him. This is a 3-man team. He's the balance that keeps me and Toe from ripping each other apart.
Yo, apparently, Jonathan Coachman says that doing a 3-man booth is hard.
Well, doing a 3-man booth with Vince yelling in your ear is probably the most difficult thing on the planet.
But
I tried to do a 3-man booth. I got notes how to do a 3-man booth.
Word. Well, we got no more notes for you.
3-man booth.
Put the baby oil down, Ray.
I don't got any.
but,
got the baby oil. I don't got the baby oil.
But listen,
you don't got any more.
Yes. But yo, Penguin.
Yeah.
Without just to encourage you to watch it.
Yeah.
This show makes the main character, the female main character,
Okay.
look legitimate. Like the way she changes from being sad to being serious to being, oh, she's gonna kill this nigga.
Yeah.
Within a microsecond. You ever seen Celebrity Deathmatch?
Yep.
You remember how then Robert De Niro and Al Pacino fought and goes, "You have to be mad," and they could change it within seconds. This is her. She's like, "Oh, my whole family's dead," and then she just goes, like on some, "Oh, you trying to fuck with me? Like I won't incinerate your whole fucking family."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like some shit like that. And then Penguin, where it's this is someone who Cap always said he's failing his way to the top, but he is not desperate. There's a lot of people we see that are failing their way to the top, but they become desperate. The Penguin isn't desperate. He just always he has a plan. It just so happens that sometimes the plan fucks up.
Yo, they should have called him not the Penguin. They should have called him the Pivot.
Yeah.
This motherfucker can pivot like I've never seen. Yo, and you want to know how good this show is, Ray? Because we can't really talk too much because this we don't want to spoil for you. But this is how good this show is.
Be bullseye again.
No, Toe just went on a diatribe about how he hates when they go back in time because you killed the momentum and you should have just said the shit to begin with. Yet last week's episode was an episode that's technically stopped the momentum, went back in time, and told us some shit. It's one of the best episodes they had.
Because
he's not complaining about
because
it.
the thing is this, Ray. In this one, in Agatha, they went back in time to tell you what you knew already.
So it just filled in the blanks in a sense.
Yeah, so it's like they this is Wanda's son. You go back in time to tell you, yeah, this is Wanda's son.
But I mean, they told us how.
Yeah, but you more like this is
But you knew, yeah.
It's
like
it's not the body, it's the spirit. That's Wanda's son. Cool. In Penguin, without giving any spoilers, the whole episode they called her this one name, and she kept saying, "I'm not this fucking person."
Okay.
We figure out why they call her that name and why she keeps saying she's not that fucking person.
Okay.
So going back in time, it's like, oh shit. They told us something we didn't see coming by going back in time.
Okay.
Wanda was like, by the way, we needed 8 episodes. So
you know what's funny? Ironically, what Toad just said is why I like that one episode, because they went back and told us. They went back and told me something I didn't see coming. I didn't see the way they did it. I didn't see that at all.
When?
But again, why is Ray on the show? to keep me in tow
Keep
from
me
tearing ourselves apart,
hanging on.
being on opposite
You
sides
get
of
to
shit.
see Ray, why don't you, babe? He's in his life, why don't you, babe? Ooh, he be watching some comic movies, and he keeps on coming on.
I've
Ray,
seen
I thought
most.
you would
Of,
have
I've
more
seen
rhythm
most of
than
the shows. It's just these two, unfortunately.
The only two we
Nope.
talk about. Everything else.
But I've seen everything else. Usually, this time is just I've been busy. I'm sorry.
You had room for Terrifier.
Yeah. Oh, there's always room for Terrifier. Fuck. You know why he doesn't want to watch Penguin?
Fuck them, that's why.
Yo, to be honest with you, Ray, I was a little apprehensive watching Penguin.
Yeah.
Because I always said I don't want to watch a fucking Batman show that doesn't have Batman.
Yeah.
But the difference between this and Gotham is this show.
This is good.
This show has Batman in it. He's just not in it. Like Batman exists,
But he's just not in it.
and they mention like Penguin's so low level, Batman doesn't give a shit about him. Because Batman's going after the top level guys. In Gotham, Bruce Wayne is 5 years old, and all of the bad guys that he has to fight are in their 40s already. Now I know Steiner math, but I don't know WBDC math. Like Y equals MX plus B, I understand. But WB plus MX plus DC does not equal I want to see. Bird. I can watch Ray get gunned down in an alley like the way he said, no. You are a liar, Taquan. You was watching Batman v Superman when they said Martha, and both of them were, how do you know that name? You was crying then. I heard it from the white girl that fucking kidnapped you. But yeah, but no, Ray, this is if I don't want to keep saying if you like The Sopranos because this now has evolved.
I was gonna say that's what they keep comparing it to, and I
you know
wasn't a fan of The Sopranos though.
You ever seen Bulwark Empire?
Yes.
So the beginning of the show gives the Sopranos vibe,
Okay.
but the main cruxus of it,
Yeah.
Bulwark Empire.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I definitely gotta. Again, I want to watch both. It's not like I'm not gonna watch it. I just, again, have not had, unfortunately, the time to actually sit down and just fucking binge them.
Great. You ever see Mad
Yes.
TV? Cool.
Look what I can do. I guess.
Yo, you know what's funny? That's Cap hates that.
Oh.
He hates that motherfucker.
You don't like Stewart?
Hates.
Oh my god, yo. Dude, I'm fist fighting that. Yo, you don't know. You don't know. Back when I was open to dating, right? The amount of fucking women who will pull that voice, who were talking to me friendly, pull that voice, and I was like, yo, get the fuck out of here. Get out of my face.
I kill you.
I could just imagine the conversation. Look what I could. Nope. But I'm gonna show you. Nope.
Yeah. I'll tell you right now, anybody on the planet, if you're a man and you come up to me saying, look, that we're fist fighting. If you're a woman and you come up to me like that, I'm going to the whatever male figure you have in your life and I'm kicking his ass.
Fight fisting. Yo, bro. He hates it. I used to do that shit and he used to fucking he hates it. That and someone touching his butt. Don't touch his butt. It's not there for you to touch.
Well, first of all, why are you touching me, period?
Why are you specifically touching his butt though? It's very
I mean, you know what it is? I don't like to be touched, period. But some people think that that's a funny-ish, like that's the area.
To make it funny, yeah.
Yeah, to make it funny, to make it, I'm like, that's just fucking don't
What
touch
up,
me at
normal
all.
guy? But speaking of double cheeked up, we gotta tell Ray about Comic-Con.
Hey, oh wait,
We saw some cheeks there.
And first off, we got to start with the winner of Comic-Con Friday, which is day 2. This man right here.
As he was killing.
Everybody, from when we got on the fucking train to when we were waiting online to walking through shit, everybody loved this motherfucking, what do you call it? This Kingpin cosplay.
Annual winner of Comic-Con 2024.
Everybody wanted a piece of this dude.
Yeah, because I guess I'm naturally a kingpin. You know what's funny? I was sitting there walking in the train.
that's dope.
Yo, this dude stopped us to get a picture. He's like, "Yo, I gotta get a picture with Kingpin."
Yeah. And it's funny because people like Fisk, Wilson Fisk, and I turned around, I was like, "Yep." And you can ask Cap.
Yeah,
I am horrible with names. But Wilson Fisk, I knew. I was him. He was me.
that's dope.
Now, if you want to know why I have this name right now,
Oh, yeah.
Cap, Ray knows.
it's because everybody, let me bring it up.
Including someone on my timeline.
Everybody called me Captain
Yep.
America. Now, is that technically true? No,
Why does everybody say that?
because he was referred to as the captain, and then this became U.S. agent. And I wish I would have took a picture of it on my backpack. Right, I had a backpack that has the company I work for, their logo on it. I put tape over it, and the second day I put Mimic on it for a certain reason. But day 1, when I went there, I specifically wrote U.S. agent on the fucking tape that covered it. And everybody still fucking called me Cap. One person, 2 people. One woman at a booth with dice. She was like, "Oh, you're a Walker, right?" I was like, "Yeah." And one dude on the train knew.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm like, "Yo, I know none of y'all read the fucking comics. When the fuck you ever see Captain America wear black?"
Why are people saying I'm Taz playing Kingpin and Cap is your Cap looks racist? First off, Daquan, your Black Panther looks racist. He doesn't want to show the technology of Wakanda to the rest of the world. That's racist. Like
Yeah,
how Cap-
it's funny because someone on my fucking one of the wrestlers I interviewed, they commented that
Hold on. That hood ain't white. What are you talking about
Word.
racist?
one of the fucking
Even the
comments
star
was,
is painted.
Yep, the toe
What?
looked like Taz. I was like,
Which I don't.
I still think because it's because of the orange. It's got to be because of the orange.
I think it's because of racism.
No, I think just because
No,
you
yeah.
short, tanned, and you got an
No,
attitude.
because not for nothing. If I was gonna cosplay as a wrestler, it'd have been Taz. Bam,
I
bam,
told
Bigelow.
him he should, if he does wrestling, it should be Bam Bam Bigelow.
That I could do too.
Just like if Ray, if you come to Comic-Con next year and you cosplaying a wrestler, it's got to be all red everything Eva
Yes.
Marie.
You look exactly like her.
I thought you said a wrestler.
Yeah, she wrestled. Who said good? Nobody put the word good in front of any of those sentences.
The word.
Oh shit.
Fine. Then because you're also wearing red, you can be Bree mode.
Yeah, but then all the John Cena's that you see, you got to kick in the nuts.
That's the wrong one.
No, you got to defend your sister.
Dude, that's what you guys should do. Ray, you be Bree. Toad, you be Daniel Bryan.
I just walk around. I love trees. Me and Brock Lesnar have something in common. We're black champion.
God
I love trees.
damn it, though.
Yeah, every single AEW black wrestler, Bryan Danielson took the title away from him. Every single AEW black champion. That every black champion that AEW had, the world champion, Bryan
Oh, I
Danielson
was gonna
took the
say,
title.
what, he didn't beat Scorpio for the tag titles or the TNT title.
Or for the
Scorpio beat
TNA.
himself. Scorpio didn't even. Scorpio's not even there anymore. Stop
He-
thinking the past,
he's
Ray.
still there. He just,
Stop thinking the past, Ray. Look at this fucking guy.
why are you in the comments? Why are you not here?
Speaking of the comments,
Yeah.
let's get to the
Terry Taylor. I like
let's
that.
get to the news
Oh shit! It's
that
time.
Cat
for the
wants to
news.
talk about with the Magic.
But yeah, before we get there, we had teased it already. Daredevil. So Daredevil's coming out next year. I
March
believe you were
4th.
saying what, March
Yes.
4th? So this is the news coming out of the fucking panel. The Charlie Cox has said that this is going to be dark. This is going to be just like the Netflix show, and there might even be an F-bomb
Ooh.
or two. So be prepared for this. Again, this is one of the outliers because this already has a fucking hook. This already has an expectation from something we've seen that is good. So if it continues to be good, it's just a continuation of shit we already knew. So no matter how good this show is, this is not a return to form for Marvel. This is just one of those things where they got lucky that they have one of these in the chamber every now and again. This is a Joel Embiid shooting from the 3-point line. He's not a 3-point shooter, but he's good enough to make some of them occasionally during the season. And I know Ray understood that reference.
Shut it up, Ray.
I didn't say anything, motherfucker.
What did you
Yo,
do,
why
Ray?
you not here? Shut up. I'm here.
Yeah, Ray.
All right, you're here. So what did you think of the show?
Which AEW? Yeah, I was talking about
No,
AEW when I was on.
no.
Wrong.
No,
This
this
is
is
the
the comic book
I
show.
know. That's
bro.
why I was like, why you ain't talking about Scorpio and them? My bad.
If you were here earlier, you would have heard that he was talking about just shut up, show.
Damn, you could have finished the comment. I would have known what I was talking about. You fucked
Should
it
have
up.
been here.
Yo, what shows on TV right now do you think we'd be talking
Penguin,
about?
maybe.
I want to hear this.
Maybe the Penguin.
Yeah. What else?
We just finished watching. Is it Agatha?
There you go.
There you go. So what do you think of those two shows?
Never watched them. I like the Penguin. It reminds me of Tony Soprano.
Okay, so
Hold on. You
give
just
the
said you-
give the opinion of someone who hasn't said that already.
I can't. You know I'm general usually.
No, you're generally just taking what the fuck I just said and you're
I
changing
can
it.
see you.
Dude, you just said you didn't watch the show.
I know. So let me say,
So how did you like it?
I did watch a couple of clips of what they were saying, like stuff that they said that was kind of generally the same, and it does look alike.
Like we're in this together. This fucking guy, English is on both
English
shows.
is Tony Soprano English.
Yeah, he has. I never ratted. Yeah, you see, it's just like The Sopranos.
Anybody that speaks
They
English
said the
talks.
same thing, and I could see them being similar because they said the same thing.
I don't fuck up the show again. Gosh darn it,
Yeah, what the fuck? What are you talking about, bro?
bro! You asked me.
How was your review? You just sitting there going, yo, I saw 3 people say the same shit about the show, so it's got to be the same with what they said.
I'm going with what they said since I didn't see the show.
If they didn't say what they said, he wouldn't have said it either.
Sure, I need you to be a judge on The Voice or America's Got Talent or American Idol because I want to hear you tell a contestant. Well, the other judges said you sounded good, so I guess you were good.
Word. I personally don't like you, but these two are professionals, so I'll take you. Oh man, how was? I mean, how was you? I'm pretty sure I spoke about it. Are you guys liking it? Are you guys recommending it to me?
You know what? I'm gonna do you this favor, show. Subscribe to the Knucklehead Network. That way you get all the videos that we do. Jump back go home right now and watch this episode from the beginning, and you can, when you catch up, come back on and you see exactly how we
All
felt.
right, I'll be back.
Matter of fact, I'll gift you a fucking subscription to the Knucklehead Network.
I love it. How much you save me? $5 a month?
I saved you free
On
99.
Patreon?
No, if we had a Patreon, you'd have to pay for it.
That is true. But good or bad show? What are we saying?
Agatha is all right.
Okay.
It's Penguin is fucking great.
I'll start on it.
You know what? I think your wife might like Agatha.
Is it a lot of talking?
No, ironically enough, it's a full-on martial arts fucking. It's wall-to-wall fucking martial arts.
They just open up and Aya!
Kill Bill.
You killed my father. I'm about to die. Oddly enough, it's a martial arts fucking film.
I can actually tell you're being sarcastic. Toe, oh man, he be getting me every time.
Yeah, there was one. We got a letter. Something. It was just someone bringing down a clear envelope with the label to send out a package, and they put it on the shelf. And Show goes, "This is the label you put on the package. You want to?" I said, "Maybe they just want to send the fucking label. They just want to show that they had the label made. So send it out. Send the fucking label to the person." What's the problem?
I did too.
Yeah, fuck the package. Send the label.
Hold on. Here's a question: did you read the label? Because sometimes, like I know for like the Heart Center, if we want a CD, we gotta send the label to them so they can ship it back.
No,
to
this
us.
was literally
A label.
this shit should have been attached to a box.
Yeah, it
Going
was in
with-
the bag to be attached. I had to call your brother over. I thought I was tripping. Yo, come look at this, please. Am I tripping? Because I know I'm usually off.
I was like, nah, they want to send this piece of paper to that address. We spoke to the person.
I get paid.
They said, fuck it.
Fuck them, that's why.
That's why. The package had a weight on it. It said 3 pounds. But hey,
Yeah, I'm reading this. Show couldn't be a lawyer. I could just see Show rocking up and going, Your Honor, just because my client killed the person doesn't mean he's a bad guy.
fuck, I admitted it.
Show's gonna be like, wait a minute. I saw a video where somebody said that another person in this predicament didn't do the crime. So I'ma assume they were talking about my client. So we got proof that they didn't do the crime.
Nah, even more accurate. Show's gonna be up there, and the judge is gonna be like, "So, how do you plead to murder in the fifth?" And Show's be like, "Murder? I didn't know this case was about murder. You killed somebody? I didn't know I was representing somebody up for murder."
This was a speeding ticket.
Show's gonna be like, oh shit, I'm in the wrong movie theater.
God damn it. Yeah, I ain't even ready. Who he killed?
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, if I see Show or anybody who looks like Show show up as my lawyer, I'm representing myself.
Yeah, and put me in the hole. I'm done.
Like,
Let's not waste our time. I'm guilty.
Yeah, you definitely don't want.
Yeah, that reminds me of a skit. There's a show called Make Some Noise where people just gotta improv to prompts, and one of the prompts was a lawyer defends a client who just ruined his own case. And one of the guys, it's two guys going, and the guy playing the lawyer was like, "Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we're here to determine the legality of what happened on that night." He's like, "As you can see, my client is innocent. He's not a good man." And as soon as he said he's not a good man, the other guy playing the client went, "Yeah, I'm not a good man. I killed the guy."
Guilty.
And anyway,
Yeah,
let's
back
get
to
back
fucking
to
Comic
before we
Con.
get to that news. How was your Comic Con? Let's explain the experience that you had this year for somebody who's never been or something.
Me?
Yeah,
Well,
you
you
were
were the
Well,
there.
I
only
mean,
one there.
I've been. No, he said someone who's never been. I'm like, I've been to Comic Con before.
No,
No,
for
I'm
Oh,
me.
saying explain
all right.
your
Explain it for
experience
me.
for
I
As a
haven't
uh,
been there.
going there as a cosplayer, it was cool that I was the only Wilson Fisk in the arena, right?
as
But
I'm showing some
but
B-roll there.
things changed since the last time I went there, and I wasn't prepared. Like they have the fan meetups that I told you about. That you know from 3 to 4, this is the X-Men. They meet up here from 12 to 1. These are the wrestlers that are doing cosplay. They meet up here. I didn't know this was happening, so I went there thinking, oh, we could be whoever the fuck we want to be. But turns out I'm Wilson Fisk. I want to be, fucking Kingpin. That's not good enough for these fucking fans. I'm just saying that because that's kind of like how I felt. I was like, damn, all you saw was rogues, Cyclopses, a bunch of X-Men, bunch of Deadpools, and a bunch of fucking. But I don't even want to say wrestlers because I saw 4 wrestlers and it turned out to be the same pair.
I saw more than that, but
You
I
know,
was looking.
but then you go there, like it's little stuff like this that's dope. That's too expensive for you to watch, but like it's dope to see. You see some creative shit. We saw Venom, where this dude had to be like 6'5". He's wearing the muscle suit, and he's dragging around Miles Morales and Peter Parker.
Fire.
We saw a dude being Master Chief. A bunch of dudes played Harley Quinn and Rogue dope. Like you look at them and like, how did you get this suit and they didn't?
Yeah.
Like the women here, we saw a bunch of women with tape all over their body. Like it was like one of those like,
Yeah.
oh, that's why there's a big ass sign that says cosplay is not. It's for you,
Dude, we saw one rogue where the rogue's back was to us. So all we see is them laying down, the back, the hair. I'm like, yo, this rogue looks legit. There's pictures being taken,
not by us.
and then you hear his voice, and he turns. I'm like, oh, that's a little off-putting. There's a dude.
And the dude in front of us
Say,
did the
holy
same shit, but he was more like, oh, and he started dying laughing like that's a nigga. But it is dope though. If you're a casual fan, if you're a mega fan, if you're just someone that wants to go there to experience shit, there's something for everybody.
Yeah.
There's Artist Alley, you get dope art there. There's independent fucking that's pretty dope. There's independent fucking comic book writers that sell their own comic books. So if you want to support some people like that, there's plenty of statues and figurines. There's anime there, there's wrestling there, that you can get figures, you get t-shirts. It's just you gotta go there with money. That was fire.
That looked like 400 right there.
No, dude, 400 is cheap. That's about $1,200.
Oh, this is specifically for cabs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
Man.
No, but yeah, it's a dope experience to go, and you're there all day. Like I said, you need money to go.
Yeah.
But-
In order to fucking like probably buy some crazy fucking shit. Yeah, you need
Yeah, and so like I said, we went there last time and it was completely different. And
real quick, if you could see, just look at that
Master-
fucking.
that was
Master
somebody
Chief.
walking around with us.
That's dope.
That wasn't like a the art. That was a fan.
Yeah.
So this year is being different than a couple years ago. I'm like, damn. But the funnest shit is you go in. What was that called? The side quest.
The
There's a side quest. So you go into the this out of the way spot, and there's people who made video games, like who made board games that they're teaching you how to play the board game.
Yep.
Ray knows who I'm talking. Ray knows the guy.
Yeah, it's my boy
The guy who
Steve.
made that board game, the wrestling board game.
Yo, that's the shit I was telling you guys
Yeah.
from PAX.
So and then
Talk got to play, which was fucking dope.
I got to watch a professional gamer play Street Fighter against challengers.
Oh, dope.
Right there.
Nope, hold on.
Like you could have played the
that's
X-Men game, you could have played the Ninja Turtle game. There was a bunch of like right there. It was
Oh.
the dude was playing the new Street Fighter game, and we're watching him compete. I'm like, yo, this is like an exciting thing here. We played Magic the Gathering, and we played it twice, Friday and Saturday. Saturday was a little bit better experience. D&D, I'm sorry. I keep getting this. Yeah, but that's the fighting. This was Dragon Ball Z, but it wasn't the one that you got. This is the 3-on-3 one. Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, I have no idea which one that was, but
I'm surprised they wouldn't showcase the new one.
Well, that was you're playing against the.
Yeah, you're playing against the like a tournament winning champion.
Okay.
I think his name was Nitro or some shit like that.
The challenge was to beat him. We played D&D Friday and Saturday. Friday was cool. Saturday was better because we actually had a real dungeon master that was seasoned.
Yeah, I'll explain a little more. When I get to...
That to me was some of the best parts of the weekend. That experience of playing the game and all that. You see a bunch of people with their creations and shit, but everybody's buy it now. It's not gonna be when you come back, and you come back. It's like, oh, you got 3 or 4 left, but I wasn't interested then.
Still not now.
Yeah, but I don't want to make it seem like I was unimpressed with most of the shit. It's just I wasn't feeling, because to me something has to catch my eye for me to really want it.
Well, of course, especially if you're gonna spend that much money
Yeah.
on it. It's like,
and nothing really caught my eye, but I still remember the nostalgia from the last time I went. There was so much shit I wanted. I just didn't have the money for it. You know what I'm saying? So that and also after a while, your back is killing you, your ankles are killing you. You're like,
yeah, you gotta find panels or something to do that allows you to sit down.
Yo, we were looking at, everybody had this thing that extends and it turns out to a little seat.
ooh,
You know, it was like a portable chair or something. But everybody had that, and I was like, yo, I saw this shit before, and I never thought about, like, we gotta get this. If we ever go to Comic-Con again, we gotta get it, so we could just be like, yo, I need to take a break, just sit down, wherever the fuck. But yeah, that. So it
oh yeah,
folds
okay,
up.
yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Pretty dope. And we gotta bring our own food. 2 empanadas.
Yo, $20 for a fucking empanada that had no seasoning
They had
whatsoever.
potatoes, according to Toe.
Yeah, it was potato in it.
Yeah, but dude, the ones I had in Jersey that were like that were the potatoes were seasoned, the meat was seasoned, everything was seasoned inside the fucking dough. I don't know what happened here.
They said, nah, no good empanadas for you. Pay extra the money, but no good empanadas.
What happened? They're fighting back
Nah,
there?
I'm just checking. I'm just putting I'm looking at the 2 bullies. They haven't really did anything to other. I'm thinking it was because the other one was just the weaker one of this species. So, fish update.
Let them know. Put the fucking babies in there.
So fish update, Ray. I took the babies, the bigger babies. I put them in the tank. They're swimming freely now.
Nice.
So there's about 10 in this tank. I took 10 medium babies to the fish tank at the job.
Yep.
With the injured guppy.
Oh yeah,
the
the one
injured
that
platy.
really, Yeah, the
That
one-
one, right? They're all of them right now have schooled up. They're all together, and that platy is swimming around without any beef. There's no issue.
Nice.
Show has the bully from the job tank. It's in his tank right now.
Okay.
So right now we just rearranged the fish, and all of them seem to be working good. I have the little one still in the isolation tank growing, and once they get a little bit bigger, where I feel comfortable, they're not gonna get eaten. I'll throw them in the tank because there was one that I saw. It was on the sand, and it kind of looked like it was like hiding but trying to eat at the same time.
Yeah.
And I said, no. I picked it back up, put it in the isolation tank. I was like, you're a little bit too small. I see. So I
It's
put
like,
it
I
back in the
see you,
tank.
my guy. You're shivering
Yeah.
over here. No.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you die. It's gonna be okay.
Word. So that's a fish update. But Cap, tell us your Comic-Con experience.
My Comic-Con experience was 90% dope, 10% whack because everybody again was calling me the wrong goddamn character. Which at first I was like, depending on who was saying it, I didn't mind because it's like, all right, you don't know any better, sure.
But you would expect people at Comic-Con to know. Like if you're this invested, like you don't know the difference. Come on, my
He
guy.
wasn't Captain America.
What was that?
I said you wasn't Captain America.
Oh shit.
Yep. Somebody kick his
Well,
ass
you know
out
I
of here.
don't know shit, so it's normal for me.
Fucking show had
Yeah, I was America Chavez.
Did you kick the people out of Comic Con? Who were you?
Yeah. We said they touched us, and they got kicked out.
Who were you, Cap? Who were
Huh?
you?
Did you see the picture?
Yeah, I saw you with the mask and the shield.
All right. So who do you know looks like that?
Captain Insane, though?
Yeah, he didn't watch that show either.
Yeah.
Show hasn't watched
you
any
didn't-
of the Marvel shows.
See, at least I've watched the majority. I just haven't watched this last one.
Show just said I'm gonna pay for Disney Plus. I'm not gonna watch it.
No, it's for the kids, if I'm honest.
I was U.S. agent.
Okay.
So John Walker.
Who was in Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
That's where I recognize it from.
You don't, because if you did, you would have said it.
No, I've seen it before. I just don't know where. Like I assume it was a previous version of Captain America. Thank you for tuning in, guys.
So my experience
You
at
always gotta be next
Comic-Con.
to a bathroom, right? Full of shit.
My experience
was
was
there,
dope.
Bradley?
I like walking around, seeing all the things going to Artist Alley. My two biggest things were playing D&D. I love D&D. Playing Friday was okay. We had a good third person at the table. I mean, I think we worked together well as a team. The Saturday one. So I went to something that I said before in the show, 20-Sided Tavern, live play, Broadway production. We played in a charity game with the creator of 20-Sided Tavern, which was fucking dope.
Yeah.
And I think Vin had the gag of the night because I played my guy. I played Mittens, my bard character. And the wizard came in and was distraught. And one of the dudes was like, "Yo, do you have a bard? Sing to calm him down." So I was like, "All right, I'm gonna sing a song to calm him down." And that same dude who told me to sing was like, "Hey, can you even sing on key?" And Toe reached in his pocket, took out his keys, threw them on the table, and said, "Here, stand on this. Now you can sing on key." It's fucking
you're on a key.
hilarious.
I wasn't gonna let him fail. Shit.
That was a dope experience. But now the thing that Toe's been wanting me to talk about, another
A
thing that I
magic
do,
bitch.
that's not so much. Oh, that was another thing that Toe brought in. His character being a fighter and having no magic whatsoever. But him sitting there like, well, I don't have any magic. So one of the characters played a joke on him by casting the light spell on his hand. So it looked like his hand was lighting up. And then that show ran with Toe ran with that and becoming the whole I'm magic now. Like,
Yeah, I'll be right back, y'all.
Lord Ray.
so the big thing, we sat in on a panel with something called Magic the Gathering. It's a strategy card game that I play. I haven't been on it lately because we used to play it in person, but now they moved it really to MTG Arena, which is digital now. Which I played every now and again, but I'm not consistent with it because I just don't have the time to. I haven't even really played video games in the last fucking 4 months, but still into it. We went into the panel Secret Lair because they were teaming with Marvel for something. And what are they teaming with? They're making fucking commander decks with Marvel characters. Marvel characters are in the world of Magic the Gathering.
Burn.
And even if you don't play, just collecting these cards is going to be something. Because I got all of it right here. So, Magic has many different formats. Right? You have the standard, where it's 60 cards. You can have up to four copies of a card, right? And it rotates. Every so often, these decks are no longer allowed. New decks are coming in to replace them. That way, you always are perpetually buying cards and you never have the same deck, right? Then there's a game called Commander, in which you have one card as your commander, as your main card. It's really what you build off of. And then 100 single cards. So you can only have one of each to come up with your deck. And that's the better game to play because that's a more communal game. That's a game where you have cards forever. Where whenever you bought a card, that card is still good. None of that shit goes out of style. All right. So they're now coming up with these cards that can be used as commanders, and then they have ancillary cards that help make these decks cool. And they started off with, of course, my boy, Captain America.
Captain America.
This right here is the commander card. These are some of the ancillary shits that he can do. And this is a multi-year deal. So this isn't just a one and done. This is going to happen for at least 2 to 3 years. Spider-Man is coming up next with his own shit, which is going to be dope. But we had Captain America, and I know not everybody on here plays and knows what the fuck I'm talking about, so I'm not going to go into what these cards do. But they had Captain America, Black Panther is in this set. They have the Man of the Hour now, the Wolverine, which Wolverine is fucking bananas what he does. He essentially can just heal himself, which is crazy. They got Iron Man, which of course they had to. Then they had, last but not least, a surprise one for me, but Storm.
Yeah, that one was a surprise.
And Storm does some cool shit too. Then they also gave us, for being at the panel, which is why you go to these panels, they gave us a comic book, which I think Toe might have. I got mine sitting over there. We both got the same one. So it's the Wolverine card, the Commander card, but it's based on that card and Wolverine as a character. which I haven't read yet. I've opened it, but I haven't read yet. Then we got something that I was most excited about. So one of the cards that you get in Magic is, if you play a specific color, is a counter card, where you can literally just counter the spell. Yeah, Doctor Fucking Strange counter spell card, which is fucking dope.
Yeah,
And anybody who knows how to use it, they know. But if you don't know how to use it, it's essentially that card specifically says target any or counter any target
I
spell.
like bananas too.
So if you want to play a creature, I can turn around and be like, nope, you can't play him. You want to play a spell? Nope, you can't play it. You want to play an enchantment? Nope. Whatever you want to play, I can force you to not play it at all. Which is one of my favorite cards. But that was the big thing that's coming out. It was all over the Marvel booth. They had the countdown clock. Which next year we do, if we go next year, we do gotta look out for the reservation email. Because we were online for what, like 2 hours? Waiting to get into that panel?
Yeah.
And they let 50 billion people in before us.
Yeah. We were lucky that we got in.
Yeah, when we got in, there was probably a room enough for maybe 20 more people. And there was a line of like 160 waiting on the side we were waiting on. But that's the thing. For anybody who's watching, if you go to Comic-Con and you purchase tickets, keep an eye out because there is a reservation email, and then you can reserve your spot based on having your pass to different events and or panels, which will make it easy because then you just show up and you're like, yo, I'm on the reserve list, tap your card, and then you wait online and you're guaranteed entrance.
Yeah. Which is dope. But Comic-Con was dope. And if we go next year, we got more cosplaying and shit to do. I think that's one of the attractions.
Yeah, I already know what I'm doing next year. Show, take a guess of what I'm cosplaying next year.
The Black Captain America.
That's racist.
All right, take a second guess.
You're about to make a name for yourself.
No, why would I be Gambit a year too late?
Take an educated wish.
Educated wish. Okay.
You don't even know what that's referencing.
No, I don't. I was gonna take an educated wish though. Dungeons and Dragons character.
That I gotta hand it to you. That is a smart response, but that's more for the Renaissance Fair than for Comic-Con.
Gotcha.
But I'll give you some points because along those lines, I will be a G.I. Joe next year.
Nice.
And I'm debating right now whether to be my own specific G.I. Joe, because as we mentioned before, and I went into the whole thing, I legit could be a fucking G.I. Joe with what I did and what I was trained to do. Or being Beachhead.
Is that the most famous one?
No. But that's one of my favorite ones. I think Flint would be too difficult to pull off. Beachhead was easier.
Which one is it, Sergeant?
Slaughter.
Sergeant
He's the wrestler.
Slaughter?
Yeah, Pete over here talking about the reservation system for the panels and other shit. Exclusive booths and stuff makes sense, but everything else gets fucked by bots. And putting reservations on a weekday during work time for most people is absolutely ridiculous. To be honest with you, there were a couple things that people were like, yo, where'd you get that from? Oh, there was a booth over here. They didn't say nothing about it. It was a secret one. it's kind of like, why is all this shit like? Why is all of this shit all of a sudden secret? Like, what if I just came in and I'm a fan of this, and if you were to put it on the thing, like, oh, I could watch this, let me go watch it. Why do I gotta go to this, to that, to this, to this, to this, to just fucking watch some shit? And those bags. Everybody had a fucking Dragon Ball Z bag or this bag or that bag. And I'm like, yo, where the fuck do you go to get it? I go to the booth. Oh, we ran out of that shit a long time ago. I'm like, you opened up 20 minutes ago.
Yo, so James was telling me that they ran out of those bags Thursday. Because he went on Thursday and he stood online. Guess at what time?
6 in the morning.
No, it opens at 10. He got to that Dragon Ball booth at 10:10. And when he got up to the front, they were already out.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Well, you just said in this. Yo, Pete, the last time we went, you had to get there early. The earlier the time you get there, they give you a wristband. So you go to the main stage to watch some shit. And they ran out of wristbands at like 8 o'clock in the morning. Remember that? And he's like, how did you run out of wristbands at 8 o'clock in the morning if you open up at 10? Yeah. That queue for the system. They gotta be better at that shit.
How do you run out of wristbands if you know how many people are gonna be?
Because they only had enough. That was to go to a booth, so they only had enough of the amount of seats that they could put in the auditorium. But the bags, like, in all honesty, how do you run out of bags in 10 minutes? This isn't WrestleMania tickets where people go, let me get 85 bags. You had one per person.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be exclusive, and not everybody can fucking get it. Like this.
Cool. So
a method
25
behind it,
people
sure.
get this fucking bag. There's 40,000 people in this fucking area. 25 people. And then I'm going to have to start being exclusive too and just start fucking stealing the bags. Yo, bro, you won. You got the exclusive deal of me taking your fucking bag now. Because I want this shit.
It should be exclusive, and I could buy it.
And that, you know, and that's fucked up also. First come, first serve. I bought tickets for Friday. Because I can't take off Thursday. Or there's nothing happening on Thursday. So you're not going to save any bags for the Friday people? They should do that. Scan your shit. Oh, you got one already. You ain't getting another. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely ways they can improve.
I just want a fucking bag. I just want one of these fucking bags.
You might as well give it out when you turn in the ticket.
Yo, had I known you just wanted a bag, I would have gave you the one that I'm not using, that I have from the last time I went.
Yeah, first come, first serve for each day, because it makes no sense that I got to take off of work to go there on a Thursday that I don't have a ticket for, to get online to get a bag that I can't get because I can't get in because I don't have a ticket for. That makes sense? That don't make sense. I don't know. That's like if fucking McDonald's like, yo, we have the chicken Big Mac. First come, first serve while supplies last. Yo, let me get one. We ran out 25 minutes after we debuted it. You telling me you can't make them every day? Nah. We just had enough for the first day. It's exclusive. Fuck you then. But other than that, if you got money, you could run the world over there, show. There's people walking around with suitcases full of shit. Like seriously, Joe. They're like, people go there to buy stuff and they have suitcases full of shit they bought there.
Yeah, my boy A Train on the train had a fucking suitcase.
Yeah. Wait, they had a queue line to take pictures with SpongeBob and Patrick? What the fuck? Yo, Pete, did you see what channel was that? The comic book The digital comic book shit. It was the one with the women with the black tape all over their body.
Dude, I want to. We walked by this booth, and there were women with black tape strategically placed on them, otherwise not wearing anything. And I walked by, I was like, "What the fuck is this about?" We go, like, not, you know, we don't say anything, we don't do anything. At the on Saturday towards the end, I see where that booth is. I don't see them, and I see the banner, and the banner has comic book shit on it. And I was like, all right, I got to know what the fuck this is about. We walk up. It's a new digital platform in which it's a subscription base. You pay for the subscription to the platform, and then you can read whatever comic you want. From indie promotions, Dark Horse, IDW, Dynamite. They just now signed DC. So they have some DC comics. And I'm talking to the dude. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is it with what's up with the women and the tape? He turned around and said that was not his booth who did it. That was somebody who has content on the app, showed up on his own with these women and just stood here
trying to get publicity for the app so that way he can make some money off of his own comic. My man said, Eric Bischoff, my ass. Sex gonna sell today. But yeah, that was crazy.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you something that I learned about Comic-Con, going to Comic-Con in your 20s and going to Comic-Con when you're 39. In your 20s, you're like, yo, I want to take pics. If I see a cosplayer, I ask for a pic. This is going to be dope. When you're 39 and you see the girl coming down dressed as Vampirella, who's barely wearing anything, I don't know about for anybody else, but for me, I automatically was like, oh my God, lady, put on some clothes. You're going to catch a cold in here.
It was only...
I was like, there's no way I can ask for a picture now. I've officially reached just old enough where now it's creepy for me to go up there and be like, hey, can I get a picture with you half naked girl in her 20s? That was something to have those thoughts with like the girl with the tape. I legit was like, whoa, what the fuck are we doing here?
For me,
why are they here?
Yeah,
like,
for me, it was one of those things like, this is Comic-Con, so I'm used to this shit now. We see it's like, all right, cool. We're all cosplaying, you're whatever. And I'm like, all right, this is regular chick now at this point. There's tape around her nipples. All right, cool. Just because this is a place where you literally dressed up as a hero or a character that you wanted to portray, and that's how they look. This isn't a club or a place where you just decided to dress provocative to try to to attract attention. Sex, no. But I'm saying for your age, I get it. But there was one thing where we was on the train where this dad was with his two daughters, and I can't tell how old they are. They look, I'm gonna say, what, 16 to maybe 19 if they're lucky. And they're cosplayed. I'm sitting next to them, so I see their face. Their face is full of makeup, so I'm like, all right, they're cosplaying. They walk up the stairs, we turn around, and I see this girl's fucking panties all over the place. And I'm like, her skirt is not passing her panties. As a character at Comic-Con, okay. On the train in New York, put a fucking jacket on. Put something on to cover that up. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. I think 2014 or 15, there was a booth with women who were literally just doing body paint cosplay. Talk about I think, did we see that? I think we saw that where you had to pay to take a picture with them or some shit.
If there was, I didn't.
Yo, I remember there was.
Are you talking about
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I remember when we went, there was a bunch of women standing outside booths that you had to pay to take pictures with, and it had nothing to do with the booths. It was just, we got a sexy ass girl out here, so you're gonna come and do some shit.
When did I go? 2021.
Yeah.
2021 when I went on my own to go watch the Critical Role shit and other shit. There was literally an fucking an OnlyFans girl who just had her own booth.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with comics. It was just bam, OnlyFans, come up, subscribe to my shit, take a picture with me. I'm walking around like, who the fuck is this?
But
I was like, one, I don't know anybody on OnlyFans.
show.
But that I was like, you're not even somebody famous or infamous. But this
and Pete, it's weird walking around seeing the Power Rangers and go, yeah, I know the ones before your time. I don't know who you are.
Yo, that was fucking crazy. Walking around and looking at people going, I don't know you. You weren't around when I was watching. And this motherfucker's older than I am.
Yo, that's crazy.
He's older than I am. And I'm like, but you're not the one I remember. And then we saw the one I remember. Was the Black Ranger.
Yo, $80 for an autograph. I get it, but I don't. I get it on their end. I can't comprehend it on my end.
Dude, I wanted to get my comic book signed by one of the artists who drew the comic book. He was the penciler. I walked up to the booth. Motherfuckers were looking through his shit. I saw the price on all of his fucking works said $700, $500. And I looked right at Toe. I was like, I don't need this motherfucker's autograph. I didn't know who he was before I got in here.
Yeah.
Fuck
Word.
that.
Yo, Pete, no, to be honest, the fact that they had the Power Rangers all the way in the back, like in a weird section that you had to walk by, and then there was like popcorn next to him. It's like, what the fuck is this? And then you had the wrestlers all the way in they're always on the wall. They're always on the wall that you walk past, and there's a group of wrestlers there.
There was some there.
And then it's like who one, you wouldn't be able to tell those were the Power Rangers unless you recognize them. Because I remember we're walking and Cap goes, oh shit, the Power Rangers booth. I said, who? And I'm looking, I'm like, oh, there goes the second Pink Ranger and the second Red Ranger. And he goes, the original Red Ranger's here. I said, where? And I had to go, oh, he's across the way. They're not even standing next to each other. He was on the opposite side.
He was sitting with Jake the Snake Roberts and Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Kevin Sorbo. They wouldn't let him sit with the other Rangers.
Yeah.
Jason was there?
The what?
I said Jason was there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was there sitting with the wrestlers. The X-Men voice actors were hidden also.
Yeah, they should have been right at the fucking Marvel booth. Since the fucking X-Men 97 was a massive hit.
Yeah. And a lot of the attractions were just, we got this massive thing here and nothing else. Like the Daredevil thing. He's like, look, here goes his suit and Kingpin's suit. And then walk into this thing and do nothing. Usually you would like the Dragon Ball Z was a big ass fucking Goku and then a store to buy their figures, but there's no like shirts or not like knickknacks that you could buy around it. This is just like, look, we have something that's a Dragon Ball Z on it. Fuck off now.
You could have stood in line to take a picture on the cloud.
Yeah, 'cause that's what the fuck I wanted. I want to take a picture on the fucking cloud. I get it. Yo, listen, don't at me, you Dragon Ball Z. I'm not. Fuck the cloud. But yeah, show. Your favorite actor in the world was there.
Nice. Leonardo DiCaprio?
No, Kevin Sorbo. You know who Kevin Sorbo is?
Nope.
Hercules.
Hercules?
Yeah, he was the guy who played Hercules in the sci-fi weekend show. Remember Xena with Lucy Lawless?
Yeah.
He was Hercules.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And he was the original main character in Walking Tall. Was he right? Or was he the part 2?
No, he took over.
Well,
after-
he's still the
Long,
original.
long blonde hair, right?
Yeah. Yo,
Is
he had.
still-
I don't. You know what? We're gonna do this right now because Joe wants to challenge everything I say. We're gonna do it. Kevin Sorbo is 66 years old, Joe. I swear to God, if he would have turned around and said, "Yo, I just turned 48 this year," I'd have believed him. That motherfucker was tall and he didn't look as old as he is. He looked young.
And if my mom was still alive, or our mom was still alive, I would have gotten a picture or autograph or something for her, because she loved that show and him as an actor in that show. But she's not here, and I got no need for
Yeah.
it.
I mean, it was dope to see. Like I was telling Cap, was like seeing the wrestlers is like, oh shit, I got to see him in person. He looks bigger than you would think, or this, that, and this, and it's cool. But well, Jerry the King Lawler fucked that up for me. Going up to him with excitement and wanting to be like, yo, bro, oh shit, I'm a huge fan. Him, Sergeant Slaughter, and who else was it? No, that's it. It was just Jerry the King Lawler and Sergeant Slaughter fucked that up for me, so I don't do that no more. But Hacksaw Jim Duggan actually gave me some faith that there are cool people in the world. But yeah, so just seeing the wrestlers was like, oh shit, that's pretty dope. We got to see them in person. But I'm not gonna go ask for an autograph or take a picture or none of that stuff. We'll be all right. Same with the Good Times cast. We'll say that their vendor is dope, allowed people to come up and converse with them with no pressure to buy anything. My mom would have marked out for the Good Time cast was there. Shit, we didn't even. Yo, Pete. The crazy shit is, I'm seeing the pictures with my coworkers and a bunch of everybody else, and I'm like, yo, I did not see any of these cosplayers, and I was there all day. Like, where the fuck were these people? Were they just fucking hanging out by the entrance, taking pictures?
You ain't see Bianca, Dusty Rhodes.
No, dude. The only wrestling cosplayers I seen was Jey Uso, who also was Shawn Michaels on Saturday. Tony Storm, who also was AJ Styles on Saturday, and Macho Man Captain America. Oh, I'm sorry, and also Macho Man Wolverine. Those are the only wrestling cosplays I've seen.
I saw a few Roman Reigns.
And
Yo, dude, we was there on Friday and Saturday. But in the morning on Friday we was playing D&D, but then we was walking around. Saturday pretty much was we were walking around the whole damn day until like 3, and then we went to the secret side quest. I didn't even see a Hulk Hogan. Yo, Pete, I was the only Kingpin that I saw. Like,
On Friday.
we saw one Kingpin where Cap was like, "You're Kingpin, but that motherfucker is the size of Kingpin." Like,
No. So the Kingpin we saw was like, so Toe was cosplaying Kingpin. This motherfucker was Kingpin.
because this dude had to be about 6'1", 280.
No, he had to be like 6'3". Like, this motherfucker was big.
6'3", fucking like 280, 300 pounds, and he wore the fucking Hawaiian shirt with the white suit.
Yeah, he looked like he can legit just pick Toe up and throw him through one of the fucking displays.
Oh, it was the Hulk. It was Hogan in the Hulk body paint.
y'all should have took a picture together.
Yo, dude, I wasn't cosplaying that day. Yo, bro, I took a picture with one of the Daredevil cosplayers, and then Saturday I went normal. I went with the knucklehead shirt with this one, but the orange one. And people were looking at the shirt. Somebody recognized my shirt. Not like he's like, I saw you early in the day, right? He's like, yeah, but the Saturday we're walking around, and I saw like an official fucking Daredevil. The one from the TV show, and I was like, "You motherfucker, where were you at on Friday? Like, I could have fucking kicked your ass on Friday as Kingpin, and everybody would have been happy. We had to fuck it up and do this shit on Saturday."
Yo, dude, I'm trying to see if I can find like if somebody had a picture of him online. Motherfuckers biting off of your fucking
The poses and the cane.
yeah.
Is that the other one didn't have a cane? The other Kingpin we saw didn't have a cane. But
Look, even standing in front of the same fucking thing. You did it
yeah.
first. I'm not gonna show him motherfucker.
Yo, and I fucking hashtag New York Comic Con and all that other shit. And these motherfuckers don't want to use my pictures. Guess what? Because it's racist. I'll say it. Joe knows what it is. Joe was raised in
People
the
recognize
project.
you?
Joe was raised in the project. What you said?
Do people recognize you?
Is Kingpin? Yeah. People weren't calling me Kingpin. They were calling me William Fisk.
No.
That's Kingpin's real name, Fisk. And I was responding too. I was like, yo, what's good? Somebody on the train was like, yo, I think he's dressed as Kingpin. I turned around, I was like, what? He goes, oh shit, he heard us. I'm like, what? He goes, yo, you Kingpin? I was like, yeah, I'm Kingpin. I'm happy that people are starting to acknowledge that I'm the most powerful man in New York City. Shit. Been Kingpin all my life. Okay. I'm about to change my name from toe tag to Kingpin.
And on that note,
yeah, right. We went past. We were supposed to because show came late.
It's always my fault.
Ray,
Y'all doing the same thing for Halloween?
yeah, I'm gonna go to work as Kingpin.
Nice. All right, take us home. My bad.
You did J. Jonah Jameson? Shit, I gotta see that. He is J. Jonah Jameson. I gotta see that. But yeah, good.
yo, so then you got to be Spider-Man. That way he can just yell at this man's a menace.
Shit. I'm gonna be Tarantula Man, as big as I'm gonna look. Shit. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back tomorrow with sports. We're gonna talk about the Liberty winning the WNBA championship for the first time.
Best team
the
in New
Yankees
York.
are back in the fucking in the World Series after
World
what
Series?
14 years?
Since
15, baby.
2019.
15 years, yeah.
2009.
We're gonna talk
2009.
about the Mets fucking up. We're gonna talk about the Jets, the Giants, and everything else that happens sports related tomorrow. On Thursday, Pete, you might want to tune in. We're gonna talk about super fans. What is a super fan for wrestling and how they're fucking up the industry. And I might have some confessions to make about my own personal thought about me being a super fan or not. And yeah, the fuck John Cena. And Saturday we're gonna do the Toe on the Show because Friday we're not gonna be able to make it. So show on Saturday we were doing the Toe on the Show.
Hold on. Isn't there a name
Yeah,
change
it's
to that
the Toe on the
program?
Show with Ray and Gigi show.
Nice. It's the remix.
Yeah, I don't think Show has even seen the background for that yet.
I have.
Hasn't he not been on the show?
I have. He's lying. It's the moving. I think we picked it together. Remember, you showed it to me, and I was like, "That's dope."
I'm talking about the low. Well, anyway, on that note, yeah.
One of these men is lying, and one of these men is telling the truth.
Well, one of these men is lying, and one of these men is toe tag. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads signing out. Peace, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.